The Dybbuk Box, the most haunted object in the world. In September 2001, a man named Kevin Mannies attended an estate sale in Portland, Oregon. Among the items for sale was a wine cabinet, a small, dark wooden box with iron fittings, approximately 12 by 7 by 4 inches. The granddaughter of the deceased owner pulled Mannies aside and told him the box should not be sold. Her grandmother, a Holocaust survivor who had emigrated from Poland, had brought the box with her and kept it sealed her entire life. She had told the family it contained a Dybbuk, a bound spirit from Jewish folklore, and that it must never be opened. Mannies bought the box and opened it. Inside he found several unusual items, 2 pennies dated 1925 and 1928, a lock of hair bound with cord, a small granite sculpture, a dried rosebud, a candlestick holder, and a wine cup. That night, Mannies' business, an antique store in the same building as his basement workshop where he'd stored the box, was broken into and vandalized. Lights turned on and off. Workers refused to enter the basement. His mother, to whom he gave the box as a birthday gift, suffered a stroke the same day she received it. She awoke and indicated she never wanted to see the box again. Mannies sold the box on eBay with a detailed account of what had happened. The next buyer, a man from Kansas City, began having nightmares, always the same nightmare shared with everyone in his house. They all dreamed of an old woman with black eyes and a hag-like face who attacked them. He began losing his hair. He smelled cat urine and jasmine with no identifiable source. He returned the box to Mannies. It was sold again. The next owner had the same experiences. Hair loss, the same nightmare, the same smells. A museum curator named Jason Haxton eventually purchased the box and began a more systematic investigation. He documented his own experiences, developing a skin condition, coughing up blood, being visited by the same nightmarish figure in his dreams, and reached out to Jewish rabbinical scholars to understand what a Dybbuk actually was. In Jewish folklore, a Dybbuk is the spirit of a deceased person that inhabits and controls the body or objects of the living, usually because it has unfinished business. The box, he was told, should be sealed and wrapped, which he did. The story of the Dybbuk Box inspired the 2012 horror film The Possession, which changed several details for dramatic effect, but was marketed as being based on a true story. The film's exposure brought enormous public attention to the object. The box was subsequently purchased by paranormal investigator Zak Bagans, who incorporated it into his haunted museum in Las Vegas. Bagans has reported his own disturbing experiences with the box and has kept it sealed and under controlled conditions. The skeptical perspective on the Dybbuk Box is straightforward. Kevin Mannies is a creative writer who has given interviews describing the box in increasingly theatrical terms. Several of the claimed experiences by subsequent owners cannot be independently verified. The pattern of identical nightmares reported across multiple owners could be explained by the power of suggestion. Once buyers read Mannies' account, they are primed to expect and interpret experiences accordingly. The smell of cat urine could have a physical source within the box itself. The original items inside the box, the pennies, the lock of hair, the small sculpture, are consistent with objects used in Jewish spiritual practices, some of which involve protecting against evil spirits. It is possible that the box was used as a ritual container in Poland before the war, and that its contents were assembled deliberately by the original owner for protective purposes. The story of the Dybbuk binding may have been a literal account of the box's original purpose, not a warning about supernatural danger, but a description of what the box was for. The Dybbuk Box is in Las Vegas. It is sealed. The people who have opened it have reported consistent and disturbing experiences. Whether those experiences are supernatural, psychological, or some interaction between the power of suggestion and genuinely anomalous physical properties of the box itself, no one has conclusively determined. What is certain is that the box carries a story, and the story has shaped every experience anyone has had with it. Whether the spirit is inside the box or inside the minds of those who hold it, it is real to them, and it has not finished.